What's poppin', lovers and friends? I am taking over Shan's YouTube channel to talk about the topic, how to get more out of your man or partner, whatever is most comfortable for you. But I am going to be speaking from the male's perspective in this video. But first, I have to give a shout out to TULA.
TULA is a skincare and wellness brand that is formulated with probiotics and superfoods. The concept there is what you put into your body to feel good should not be massively different from what you put on your body to look great. And if you are interested in a product line like that, go to TULA.com and use my promo code SHANBOOTY if you like anything, because that's how you're gonna get 15% off your entire first order.
Okay, let's jump into this. How to get more out of your man, or your man, or your baby, or your boo, or your partner, or your boo tang,
or your young ting, or your ting ting, or your little thing thing, or your sang.
Okay, I'm done. Anyways, how to get more out of your partner. I broke this down into 3 different little sections. How to get more commitment, how to get more sex, and how to handle your partner during an argument. So let's jump right into it. Let's start with the commitment. So how do you get more commitment out of your man? Well, the first thing I would say, speak to his highest self. And that goes both ways. Men, if you want more out of your woman, speak to her highest self. And now most men have an idea of who they want to be. They have a vision for who they are when they are this quote unquote man. Maybe he wants to have more self-discipline. Maybe he wants to work on his character. Maybe he wants to work on his anger. Maybe he wants to work on his body. Maybe he wants to be a creative genius. Whatever it is, study your man. Learn what he desires out of himself and speak to him as if he already accomplished that.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me.
He may not be the man that he envisions himself consistently. But if you know your man is working on himself, he is trying to be a better version of who he is, at times just speak to him as if he already hit that goal. Now, where this gets dangerous is if you give it to him with no balance of challenging him, all you're gonna do is feed his ego, and that is never good. So don't do that. But if you take anything away from this conversation right now, speak to your man's highest self. And men, speak to your woman's highest self and see how they respond. The second thing I would say to get more commitment out of somebody, look, give them compliments. And for me, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, it's not about the looks. Like, those are bonus. Thank you. I love them. Thank you, baby. Tell me that I'm handsome. I receive it. But what really gets me going is when you compliment me on the things that matter to me. I.e., a lot of times for men, it's always work related. So if you compliment him in his work environment, like, hey,
damn, baby, when you were on that Zoom call and you were leading your team and you got everybody and you delegated and you guys reached a high sales goal, that was so sexy. Damn, baby, when you created it, you're such a creative. I don't even know how you came up with the idea, but it's so genius.
Just compliment him in his work, whatever your man does, whatever your woman does, compliment them in the work environment. This is especially true for men that have a passion. You know, it feels good when something that you care about so deeply, your significant other notices and then sees a character in you while you're working on this thing that you love deeply, and she compliments you on what that thing brings out of you.
Okay, we take a little break to talk about something great. TULA Skincare was founded by Dr. Roshni Raj, who noticed that not only did her patients feel good on probiotics, but their skin looked healthy. And that's what TULA is all about. They focus on being healthy, not perfect, which means they're not using harsh chemicals that cut corners and put your face and those who touch it in harm's way.
So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't really use skincare products because every time I do, my face breaks out. But TULA, it didn't happen. So I just want to say TULA has a lot of products, so you have to see what fits your needs. For me, it's the Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser and the 24/7 Moisture Hydrating Day and Night Cream.
For me, it's the Protect and Glow Daily Sunscreen Gel and the Face Filter Blurring and Moisturizing Primer. Like Jay said, they got tons of products, so you got to go see for yourself at TULA.com. Then use my promo code SHANBOOTY to get 15% off your entire TULA purchase.
Okay, On to how to get more sexy time out of your dude. This first tip might get me in some fire, but I want you to hear me out before I finish. I want you to hear me out. Don't attack me in the comments, but treat him like a king. Now, don't give him that if he doesn't deserve it. I'm gonna make that very clear. And I don't mean don't be a slave to the king. Be a queen to the king. But when you talk to him and you address him with the respect that the king has. I mean, think of it with the roles reversed. If he addresses you with the respect that the queen gets, but he's talking to you like an equal, like that gotta be sexy. I know for a man, when Shan talks to me like an equal, but she gives me the respect that a king gets, it's just sexy. So treat him like a king. Now, when he gets out of the shower, grab that towel, dry him off. I'm serious though. Grab that towel, dry him off. It's gonna be sensual. It's gonna be nice. Lotion him up. You know, when he's at work, he's working from home, he's on his computer. You see him powering away at the computer. Bring him a glass of water. It's the little things that go a long way. Trust me. Another thing that you can do, maybe you're out with your girls or maybe he's gone at work and he's about to come home. Text him exactly what you want to do to him when he comes home. This will work on anybody. Actually, I don't want to say anybody because I'm not going to speak for everybody, but this works on me. If I'm out with my friends or I'm at the studio or I'm doing something, running errands, and Shan texts me exactly what she wants to do to me when I get home, my imagination just starts going. I'm already living the moment in my head. So by the time I come home, I'm so ready. My body it's foreplay at that point. I'm going through all the moments. My body is ready when I get home and I know what to expect. And there's something about that command that, like, when you get home, I want you to take all your clothes off. I want you to jump in the shower. I want you to lay in the bed, butt ass naked, and I'm going to take care of you tonight. Baby, if you're watching this, you know what to do. Also, something that goes overlooked a lot, I think, is a matching nightwear bra and panty suit. Like, if you want sex that night and you don't want to have to come out forwardly and say it or make the first move, try putting on the matching nightwear suit. And I don't even know if it's called that. There's just something sexy about it. And I mean, I'm sure that it can go both ways. Like, if the guy wants, like, let's say he wants to have sex that night and he comes to bed just boxers. Now, unless he comes to bed just boxers every night, then that's different. But if he usually wears like a shirt or some shorts or something, but then he comes to bed in just boxers, that might communicate to the woman like, oh, he's trying to get it on, huh? But I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Okay, for the final thing, arguments. How do we get through arguments in the best way possible? All right, so the first thing, tell him what you want. And I mean, be very simple with it. Like, hey, can you wash the dishes? I find that a lot of arguments happen because the partner will come to the other partner and be like, you never wash the dishes. And that is never, you don't want to come into that way. I think, at least for me, what's really helpful for me is when Shan's like, can you do this? I'll get up and do it. But if she starts going into like,
You never do this. Why are you not doing this? Blah, 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 like,
it just starts into a bad, it's not good. It's not good. Another note, and I gotta work on this too. When you're in an argument, don't compare. Don't compare. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be like, I always wash the dishes and you never wash the dishes. Don't compare. Just tell them, can you wash the dishes? Because as soon as you start comparing, it makes it come off like I'm a better person than you. So that leads me into my next point. Set a goal. You know, I like to come into the arguments and establish what each person's goal is out of this conversation. So if we're going down the same analogy of washing dishes, it helps to be like, my goal in this conversation is just to get you to go wash that dish. That's my whole goal. It would allow it to not deviate off of that one issue. Because I find also what keeps igniting the arguments is that you'll come to them and you'll say, hey, can you wash the dishes? And then he'll go, well, you didn't do this and I didn't complain. Whatever you do, don't allow your partner to deviate you from the original goal that you wanted to have in that conversation. A lot of times too, a big thing is just don't provoke each other's ego. You got to know each other's triggers, because that never solves anything. You start dealing with problems that are 15 years ago, and you're not dealing with the problem that's happening today. So try to put your partner in their place without provoking their ego. So that's it. I am being rushed off of this video, so hopefully it's good. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but that was it. That's my tips on how to get more out of your man or your partner or your loved ones. We're just saying hi. What's up?
I got demons, I got millions, got no feelings, yeah, money don't visit, issue on the comp and they hate when I go and drop. I got a lot for the pop, whoa, a pole for the op, whoa. I elevated, detonated, you can stop, no, and no one's safe, on pace, aiming for tops, Pull up on them, gotta reinfer, but the beats is like,